You can find it anywhere, in your drink, cereal, and even in your home-cooked meal. Sugar. So what do you have here? What's
a Butterfinger bar.
And how many grams of sugar is in that?
25 grams.
Monkey Nike Sunday Sweets. It has 24 grams of sugar.
Okay, what about you? You got Pepsi.
I have a Pepsi, and this is 69 grams of sugar.
About 100 years ago, people ate around 4 pounds of sugar a year, mostly from natural foods like fruits. But today, the average person eats about 22 pounds of sugar, mostly from processed foods. So these students at Berwick Area Middle School are slicing the statistics with a sweet challenge.
Goodbye, vanilla latte.
No sugar, not even a pinch, for 21 days. Their teacher, Cheryl Pasakinis, came up with the idea.
I just decided, you know what? We need to cut out some of the sugar in our diet. So I just issued a challenge to them and said, we're going to do this for 21 days because I know the old adage, you can make or break a habit in 21 days.
What goes through your mind? Like, how do you convince yourself not to just be like, hey, can I just have one? Can I just one Swedish fish?
If we do it now, then we will be able to show people not to do it later in the future.
Eating too much sugar takes a toll on your body. And we're not just talking about a trip to the dentist. It can damage your heart, your liver, trick your body into gaining weight, and can affect type 2 diabetes. Now, there is a real reason we crave it. Sugar is addictive. When you eat it, it activates the reward center of the brain the same way that cocaine does. And like they're trying to kick a drug addiction.
That's exactly what this is, yes. In my generation, teenagers were addicted to cigarettes, and this generation is totally addicted to sugar.
So those sugar highs and lows, they're for reals. They can make depression, learning disorders, and memory problems worse. That's why there's a big push to cut down on the sweet stuff. So on day 1, we followed these students into one of the most tempting places of the day, the lunchroom, where some are ready to cut out as much sugar as possible. What about this? Sugar? No sugar?
No sugar, not one bit.
Sorry, kid. There's actually sugar in that barbecue seasoning, as there is in that barbecue sauce. So it's no surprise that students are shocked by what they have to avoid. 15 grams of sugar? I don't know if you're allowed to have this. When you guys are having lunch here and, on your sugar-free challenge, and you're looking around at all the other lunch tables and seeing these sugary drinks, how does it make you feel?
Very tempting.
You can say they're up for a challenge. They have to avoid sugar at school, home, and even over the weekend. And not all their peers are supportive.
I've had kids tell me that it's a stupid idea.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you say to that?
I said, suit yourself.
They get candy and then they place it right in front of me while eating it, and they're like tempting me.
And so they have to stay strong.
It's a world of sugar.
It is, it really is.
Students are expected to make the best choices, even when none are available. This is pretty much their only option in the entire lunch area. No one can deny the sugar-free journey will be tough, but the end goal could have a sweet impact, making them feel better physically and mentally. Ariel Hickson, Channel 1 News.
21 days. That's how long it takes to make or break a habit. And yesterday we told you about a group of students on a mission to dissolve their sugar addiction. Ariel Hickson is at Berwick Middle School to check back in and see if they made it or ate it.
After 21 days with no sugar, these students at Berwick Area Middle School have lost their sweet tooth.
I just tried eating my favorite piece of candy, like Blue Raspberry Jolly Rancher, and it really didn't taste very good.
I had a sip of soda and it was so sweet, and then my head started to hurt because it was just overpowering.
How did the 21-day sugar challenge go for you?
Well, I passed it, and once I finished it, I tried the drinks I gave up, and they were too sweet.
Too sweet?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even finish it?
No.
A couple of them told me that they were so over sweets. And you know what? There are actually benefits to going sugar-free. By cutting down sugar, you can lose weight, have more energy, better skin, better sleep, and less risk for health issues like type 2 diabetes. So a life without sugar is the real sweet life.
Look at that. There's 23 grams of sugar in it.
41 grams.
Let's see what we have. This lemonade has 40 grams of sugar. That's too much sugar. I'll just have water. That hits the spot.
While you were teaching, did you notice when they were going through withdrawal symptoms?
Well, I do notice when my students start to get very tired, and yes, I did see that a little bit more. But then I had them do jumping jacks and jog in place.
Nice. It was like a fitness program
It was,
too.
that's right.
There were a few slip-ups.
Now barbecue chips are no sugar, so we're all good. Wait, nope, there's sugar right next to seasoning right there.
This is an honest space, a friendly space. Did anyone have a little bit of sugar during the challenge?
I had a little bit of cake, like not that big of a piece though, so it wasn't that bad.
But in the end, it was a lifestyle that changed.
I like to continue it, and it has been easier because you don't have as many cravings because you haven't had it in a while.
You're always looking to see what's in the food.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys still look at the labels?
Yeah. My parents got chocolate chip muffins the other day, and I looked at the labels to see how much sugar there was, and I told my parents not to eat it.
Sugar was scratched out of lunch.
I have a turkey sandwich. It doesn't have any mayonnaise on it or anything. It's just lettuce, tomatoes.
And home.
As you can see, during and after the 21-day sugar challenge, we have tried not to have soda in our house. We have vegetables like Brussels sprouts, carrots, and broccoli.
The sweet life is gone for these guys, but I wouldn't say that's a bad thing.
If Mrs. Paxakinis never would have taught us this, we would have kept eating the sugar, and everybody would still think fat was the problem and not sugar.
Are you proud of them?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I'm very proud of my students. They work hard, and they share their experiences not just within the classroom, but they share them with their families and their friends. And the fact that about 400 students in the school participate in it.
Great.
So it was a great challenge. It really was.
Ariel Hickson, Channel 1 News.